Aston Martin's recent confirmation of Fernando Alonso's unexpected health concern has sent shockwaves through the Formula One community. For a driver celebrated for his resilience, consistency, and almost superhuman ability to perform under pressure, this revelation feels unprecedented. Teams and fans alike are now questioning what this means for Alonso's immediate future and Aston Martin's championship ambitions. The announcement came with limited details, but its timing could not be more critical. With the season entering a decisive phase, every race, every lap, and every point matters. For a team that relies heavily on Alonso's experience and tactical brilliance, any uncertainty surrounding his health introduces new risks. Yet, even amid the concern, Alonso's reputation as one of the most determined competitors in F1 history cannot be overlooked. He has faced setbacks before and returned stronger. The real question now is how this situation will unfold, and what it reveals about Aston Martin's ability to manage both their star driver and the mounting pressure of an unforgiving championship fight. This is not merely news, it is a turning point. Fernando Alonso's legacy in Formula One is one of relentless pursuit and unshakable determination. From his early days as the youngest world champion to his remarkable return to the sport after a 2-year absence, Alonso has defied expectations at every stage. His career has been built on resilience, adaptability, and a refusal to accept defeat. This history matters now more than ever. When a health concern emerges for a driver of his caliber, it raises immediate questions, but also strengthens belief in his ability to overcome adversity. Alonso has repeatedly proven that pressure fuels his best performances. He thrives when others doubt him, turning challenges into defining moments. Aston Martin, aware of this, continues to stand firmly behind their star driver. Their trust in his skill and mental fortitude remains unshaken. While the news has rattled the paddock, it has also reignited admiration for Alonso's legendary grit. The situation is serious, but history suggests one thing. If anyone can navigate such a challenge and come back fighting, it is Fernando Alonso. Aston Martin's handling of this situation will define not only their season, but their reputation as a team capable of managing adversity. Their swift confirmation of Alonso's health issue, rather than allowing speculation to spiral, demonstrates a level of transparency uncommon in Formula One. This clarity has brought both reassurance and a renewed sense of scrutiny. Internally, the team is expected to adjust its strategies to ensure Alonso's recovery and continued competitiveness. Their engineering and support staff now face a dual challenge: delivering a car capable of podiums while accommodating any potential limitations for their lead driver. It is a delicate balance, but one Aston Martin must execute with precision. Externally, the message is clear. Aston Martin is determined to protect their driver's well-being while staying fully committed to the championship fight. Their calm, measured response may prove to be their greatest strength. How they manage this turning point will not only impact Alonso's performance, but also shape how rivals and fans view the team's leadership in high-stakes situations. Every Formula One season is a finely tuned battle of performance, reliability, and consistency. For Aston Martin, Alonso's health scare comes at a time when every point counts. With the team fighting to close the gap to its competitors, any disruption to Alonso's availability or peak performance has immediate consequences for the championship standings. While Lance Stroll is a competent teammate, the team's strategy has been built around Alonso's experience and relentless pace. His ability to extract maximum performance from the car is often the difference between a podium finish and midfield frustration. Without his full strength, Aston Martin risks losing ground in an unforgiving title race. However, history has shown that adversity can fuel breakthroughs. If Aston Martin rallies behind Alonso with flawless strategy calls and innovative development, this moment could become a defining chapter rather than a setback. The coming races will reveal whether the team can transform this challenge into an opportunity, or if it will mark the beginning of a difficult climb back into contention. In Formula One, mental strength is as important as raw speed. Fernando Alonso's health revelation is not just a physical concern. It tests the psychological resilience of the driver, the team, and their rivals. For Alonso, whose mental toughness has long been one of his greatest weapons, this is a new kind of challenge. Pressure can fracture a team, or it can forge it into something unbreakable. Aston Martin's response so far suggests they are committed to the latter. Their focus on keeping Alonso's mindset strong will be crucial, especially as rivals look for any sign of weakness. For Alonso himself, this may become another opportunity to prove his extraordinary mental fortitude. Overcoming doubt and performing under scrutiny is what has defined his career. Now, he faces perhaps his most personal test yet, not only competing at the highest level, but doing so while carrying the weight of public concern. If he succeeds, this will not only reaffirm his legacy, but also send an unmistakable message to every competitor on the grid. The news of Alonso's health concern has not gone unnoticed in the paddock. Rival teams, while publicly expressing respect and support, are undoubtedly recalculating their strategies. Formula One is a sport of margins, and any perceived vulnerability, even in a driver as formidable as Alonso, reshapes the competitive landscape. Mercedes and Ferrari, in particular, are watching closely. If Alonso's situation affects Aston Martin's performance, it could open opportunities for them to secure crucial points in both the drivers' and constructors' standings. McLaren, too, sees a chance to close the gap if Aston Martin falters, even briefly. Yet, seasoned competitors also understand one thing, and under pressure, Fernando Alonso is dangerous. Many believe that if anyone can turn this situation into a catalyst for extraordinary performances, it is him. For now, rivals will prepare, strategize, and wait. But they do so knowing that Alonso, even in uncertain circumstances, remains a driver they cannot afford to underestimate. Fernando Alonso has built his career on defying expectations. His health challenge may slow the conversation around his dominance, but it will not diminish his determination. At 43, his relentless pursuit of excellence continues to inspire not only his team, but also fans across the world. Alonso has faced setbacks before: uncompetitive cars, strategic missteps, and years without victory. Each time, he has returned stronger, proving his ability to turn adversity into fuel. This health situation is simply another obstacle in a career defined by resilience. Aston Martin is fully aware of this. Their confidence in Alonso's fighting spirit is unwavering. His work ethic, discipline, and sheer competitive drive remain unmatched, and these qualities will be critical in navigating this pivotal moment. If anything, this unexpected development may ignite an even more determined version of Alonso. When the world doubts him, he tends to deliver performances that silence every critic. And to remind everyone why he is considered one of the greatest drivers of his generation. Beyond Alonso's personal battle, Aston Martin's technical edge could play a decisive role in managing this challenge. The team's recent upgrades have positioned them as one of the most innovative forces on the grid, and their car's stability and performance may help mitigate any short-term setbacks. Aston Martin's engineering team understands that a driver's confidence is deeply connected to the machinery beneath him. By delivering a car that inspires trust, they provide Alonso with the platform he needs to perform at his best, even under unusual circumstances. Moreover, their data-driven approach ensures that every adjustment, from tire management to aerodynamic tweaks, supports Alonso's physical and mental comfort. This is not simply about speed. It is about giving their driver the tools to compete without compromise. In a season defined by fine margins, Aston Martin's ability to align their technical expertise with Alonso's legendary skill may ultimately decide whether this health challenge becomes a brief footnote or a defining obstacle in their pursuit of glory. This moment extends far beyond one driver or one team. Alonso's health revelation underscores the physical and mental demands placed on Formula One drivers. It is a reminder that even the greatest athletes are human, and that the sport's punishing schedule can test even the toughest competitors. For Aston Martin, it is also a wake-up call to strengthen their systems for driver support and resilience. Their ability to adapt, both in performance and in protecting their driver, will set an example for the rest of the grid. Meanwhile, the paddock will be watching closely. Teams will analyze how Aston Martin navigates this challenge, not only for competitive insight, but also for lessons in managing one of the sport's most valuable assets, its drivers. Ultimately, this is not only about Alonso's next race. It is about the evolution of how teams handle high-pressure scenarios in modern Formula One, where the balance between performance and human endurance is constantly tested. Fernando Alonso's health concern has become more than a headline. It is a defining moment that will test the strength of a champion, the resilience of a team, and the competitive spirit of an entire sport. For Aston Martin, this challenge could either expose their limitations or prove their capacity to thrive under pressure. Their actions in the coming weeks will shape their identity as a team, not just for this season, but for the years to come. For Alonso, the story is far from over. His career has always been about more than race wins. It has been about defying every obstacle and emerging stronger. This situation is no different. As Formula One moves forward, one truth remains. When adversity strikes, true champions rise. Alonso and Aston Martin now stand at the edge of a defining test, one that could either reinforce their dominance or spark an extraordinary fightback that redefines their legacy. The next chapter will determine everything, and the entire world will be watching.